Can you tell me a little about the history of handbell ringing? When did it begin and where?
It first started, I think, around the 17th century when somebody invented a fixed clapper so that it could only hit the bell in two positions, backwards and forwards. Tower bell ringers practiced in church, and it was often very cold and very unpleasant. And once somebody had invented this fixed clapper, they found that they could practice their change ringing in comfort in the pub or in the vestry or something like that, which made life quite easier. So the handbell ringing actually started with men who belonged to the tower bell team using these small bells. They would have played in the village, perhaps at a fete or on a May Day or something like that. And they would do that at Christmas time with carols. And I think it was the custom, probably in the 18th or 19th century, that the tower bell ringers would take their handbells out at Christmas time, go round the pubs and get their Christmas boxes that way. And over the years, of course, it has become quite sophisticated. And in the 19th century, I think it was the height of handbell ringing, towards the end of the 19th century, and they actually had competitions in Manchester. After the First World War, there were all the other exciting things happening, radio, the cinema, and handbell ringing faded away and were left really with just a few teams dotted about in the country. The leaders of these teams got a few of the remaining teams to get together, and they started off with the handbell ringers of Great Britain, I think in 1967.
Do you happen to know how many teams there are nowadays?
I think they've got over, I think they've gone past the 1,000 mark now. The latest teams are something like 1,300, I think.
Can we now turn to the bells? The bells we have in front of us, those are the ones which you bought from America.
Yes, they are.
Could you turn the bell up so I can see inside it? You've got a clapper, but it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Yes, the American clapper is round as opposed to the more usual one of the white chapel. The English handbells is more like a little hammer, isn't it? With but these are round, and the surrounding part has 3 holes in it, so that you can in fact turn it round and change the sound. You can have a softer ringing.
Can you demonstrate that? That's a very soft sound. If you move it, what happens? Twisting it round. Slightly softer.
Yeah. That is the softest one, I think.
And the third position?
Very difficult to tell.
It's a beautiful sound, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So sweet. Now, how is that held in place? Because it only has to strike once, doesn't it? What happens down at the bottom of the bell? There's some sort of spring down there.
Yes.
You hold the bell upwards. That's the first thing I should explain, don't you? You hold the mouth upwards and just give it a little flick like that.
Yeah.
And it is then immediately steadied by this plastic spring down below.
Yeah. You can change that. You can make it so that it rings both ways, but we like to have it fixed. Slightly different.
It's a lovely sound.
Yeah.
It must be lovely when you're all working in harmony with each other until somebody messes up. How forgiving are you?
Well, I can't bear it when when somebody rings the wrong bell. But we do have a lot of fun doing it, and the team tries tremendously hard and mainly usually succeeds in getting things right. Of course, you have the odd mistake.
I'd like to have a go, but can I see if I can time my bell with your bell? Let's have a go together. No, I was a bit ahead of you. Let's have another go. Wait a minute.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
That was very nice.
Yes, yeah, you can.
Can I join?